I want to talk about a claim you have probably seen recently. Somewhere on the internet, on YouTube, maybe someone sent it to you. You saw a video telling you that painting your roof white with $7 of lime wash from the hardware store will drop your attic temperature by 40 degrees and cut your cooling bill forever. Maybe for free. And you found yourself thinking one of two things. Either that sounds too good to be true, or maybe it actually works and I should try it this weekend. Both of those instincts are worth examining carefully, because the honest answer is not the one you are going to get from most places talking about this topic. And after 40 years of walking through hot attics in Pennsylvania in July, I want to give you the real picture, not the enthusiastic version, not the dismissive version, the accurate one. I am Silas Yoder, and today I am going to do something I do not usually do. I am going to walk you through a claim somebody else made, evaluate it piece by piece against the real physics and the real research, tell you what is true and what is not, and then tell you what actually works and what those things will realistically cost you and save you. No miracle claims in either direction. Let me start with the physics, because the physics of why roofs get hot is real, and it is important, and it is not in dispute. Dark asphalt shingles, the kind on most American homes built in the last 50 years, have a solar reflectance of about 5%. That means they absorb 95% of the solar energy that hits them. On a clear July afternoon, the surface of a dark asphalt roof can reach 160 degrees. 160 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface you are living under. That heat does not just stay on the surface. It radiates downward into the attic. Radiation is not conduction. It does not require contact. It travels in straight lines as infrared energy. Your attic air bakes. Your attic can hit 130 degrees, sometimes higher, and that superheated air presses against your ceiling insulation and slowly drives heat into the rooms below. This is real. The physics are not disputed. The solar reflectance of dark shingles is not disputed. The mechanism by which a hot roof heats an attic is not disputed. The claim starts to get complicated when we talk about the fix. Now here is where I want you to understand something about how reflective surfaces actually work, because most of the conversation about this topic skips this step entirely. A white or reflective surface does two things that a dark surface does not. First, it reflects a much higher percentage of incoming solar radiation back into the sky before it can be absorbed. Commercial white paints available today reflect 80 to 90% of sunlight compared to the 5% of dark asphalt. That is a large difference. Second, and this is the part that almost nobody explains clearly, white and light-colored surfaces also emit thermal radiation at a higher rate than dark surfaces. When a surface is hot, it radiates that heat outward. A white surface, particularly one engineered for this purpose, radiates more of its absorbed heat back upward into the atmosphere. Physicists call this radiative sky cooling. Even in full sun, even on the hottest afternoon, the sky above your roof functions as a heat sink for that upward radiating infrared energy. The potential here is real. In 2021, Professor Ruan at Purdue University published a study in the journal ACS Applied Materials and Interfaces describing a barium sulfate paint he and his team developed. It reflects 98.1% of incoming sunlight. During field tests, it cooled surfaces by an average of 8 degrees below ambient temperature during peak sun hours and up to 19 degrees cooler at night. The Guinness Book of World Records certified it as the whitest surface ever measured. Professor Ruan estimated that covering 1,000 square feet of roof with this paint could deliver about 10 kilowatts of passive cooling power. For reference, most residential central air conditioners operate between 3 and 5 kilowatts. The physics are real. But here is the first honest gap. Professor Ruan's paint is a laboratory formulation using barium sulfate at 60% volume concentration. It is not for sale at your hardware store. What you can buy at your hardware store is standard white latex paint, which reflects 80 to 90% of sunlight. Not 98.1%. Not the same performance. Still genuinely useful, but not the same thing. And here is the second honest gap. Even standard white latex paint or elastomeric cool roof coatings, when tested on asphalt shingle roofs, can cause real problems that viral videos tend not to mention. Multiple roofing manufacturers and the Asphalt Roofing Manufacturers Association have stated clearly that coatings applied to asphalt shingles without manufacturer approval can void the shingle warranty. The mechanism is this. Asphalt shingles are a discontinuous roofing system. They shed water by allowing it to run between overlapping shingles and off the roof. A continuous coating applied over them can seal down shingle edges, trap moisture underneath, and accelerate nail rusting and wood rot. It can also change the fire rating of the roof. I am not saying white coatings never work on shingles. I am saying the application requires care, product selection matters, and the risks are real. Anyone who tells you to go up there this Saturday and paint your shingles with $7 of lime wash without mentioning any of this is not giving you complete information. Which brings me to the lime wash claim specifically. Hydrated lime mixed with water. $7 to $14 at any hardware store. I have read every piece of real documentation I can find on this, including a long-running experiment by a homeowner in Texas who documented it carefully on a building science forum. His results were genuine. On his old roof that needed replacing anyway, 2 thick coats of lime wash dropped his attic temperature by 40 degrees. 40 degrees is a real number. The reflectance of a thick, dry coat of hydrated lime is genuinely high. The homeowner reported meaningful savings that summer. But here is what he also reported, and what the viral version of this story leaves out. First, he put it on thick, very thick, because it was cheap. Second, he noted specifically that you cannot let it rain within 24 hours of application or the lime washes off before it cures. Third, he kept the experiment going for 2 years on a roof that was already old and he knew was going to be replaced soon. He was not concerned about warranty implications because the roof was at the end of its life. Fourth, in his own words, his wife did not like the white color and he eventually went back to standard shingles when the roof was replaced. Fifth, hydrated lime is water-soluble in its early cure stage. In a climate that gets regular rain, repeated reapplication is part of the system. So what is true about this claim? The reflectance is real. A thick white surface on a dark roof does reduce heat gain. 40 degrees of attic reduction has been measured by real homeowners under specific conditions. The underlying physics are solid. What is incomplete or overstated? The 40-degree reduction is a best case, not a guarantee. It assumes thick application, adequate dry time, and conditions where the lime stays on. It does not account for warranty implications on a newer roof. It does not account for the reapplication cycle. And the forever framing that gets attached to this claim online is not accurate. Lime wash does not last forever on a roof. Nothing does. Now let me tell you what the research actually shows works, with real numbers from real studies, because there are 2 approaches that have been tested rigorously, and they both belong in this conversation. The first is radiant barrier foil. Oak Ridge National Laboratory tested radiant barriers in occupied single-family houses with R19 attic insulation. The results showed a 21% reduction in cooling loads when the radiant barrier was laid on top of the existing fiberglass insulation, and 13% reduction when attached to the underside of the roof trusses. The peak ceiling heat flux dropped by 39% with the top of insulation installation. These are measured field results, not laboratory simulations. A broader review published in an ASHRAE research paper found that in ventilated attics, radiant barriers reduced heat gains by an average of 30% when used with R19 insulation, ranging from 16 to 43%, depending on installation and climate. The product itself is a perforated aluminum foil, sometimes laminated to a thin backing. Perforated is important. Solid foil in a cold climate can trap moisture during winter, which defeats the purpose and can cause structural damage. Perforated lets vapor move through. You staple it to the underside of the roof rafters with the shiny side facing the attic airspace, or lay it flat over the top of your existing attic insulation. The foil needs an air gap to work. It does not function if it is in direct contact with insulation or the roof deck. Cost for a 500 square foot roll runs $30 to $60. You can install it yourself with a staple gun and a utility knife. It does not require a permit. It does not raise your shingle temperature meaningfully. Oak Ridge National Laboratory measured a roof deck temperature increase of roughly 2 to 5 degrees with rafter stapled foil, well below any threshold that would affect shingles. The second approach is actual cool roof shingles or cool roof coatings designed for the purpose. The Department of Energy and the Cool Roof Rating Council maintain databases of rated roofing products that have been tested for solar reflectance and thermal emittance. These are products designed from the ground up to work on roofs. They are not a bucket of lime. Some of these products are comparable in cost to standard shingles at replacement time. If your roof is approaching the end of its life, choosing a cool roof-rated shingle at replacement is the cleanest, lowest risk approach with the most predictable results. You do not touch the existing roof. You replace it. The warranty issue disappears. The reapplication issue disappears. The performance is engineered and certified. Now here is the honest combination that the research points to most clearly. Oak Ridge National Laboratory ran a study in El Centro, California, combining a cool-colored shingle roof with a radiant barrier installed in the attic. The result was a 28.2% reduction in energy consumption compared to a conventional roof and attic assembly. The study found this combination to be as effective as doubling the ceiling insulation from R19 to R38. Not a miracle. Not 40 degrees forever. A real, measured, 28% reduction in energy consumption from two things used together. Radiant barrier in your existing attic. Cool roof rating when you replace the shingles. That is the honest, researched, tested combination. The first costs $60 to $120 on a Saturday morning. The second costs nothing extra if you time it to your next roof replacement. Now, I want to be direct about where climate matters here, because this is where too many roof videos treat the whole country as one place. Radiant barriers are most effective in hot climates. The DOE and RIMA International both note that effectiveness is highest in climate zones 1 through 3, which covers the southern United States, the Southwest, the Gulf Coast, and Florida. In these regions, the sun's angle is high, the cooling season is long, and the payback on a radiant barrier is fast. In climate zones 5 through 8, the northern states, the upper Midwest, New England, the Pacific Northwest, radiant barriers add modest cooling season benefit but may slightly increase heating loads by reflecting some winter radiant heat back toward the attic instead of the living space. The DOE notes that radiant barriers have very little effect when used in combination with R30 or R38 insulation in northern climates, because there is so much insulation already that the ceiling heat gain reduction is a smaller fraction of overall energy use. If you live north of roughly the Ohio River and have adequate attic insulation, your money is better spent on the attic air sealing and ductwork from videos 2 and 3 than on a radiant barrier. If you live in Texas, Arizona, Georgia, Florida, or anywhere in the Southwest, a radiant barrier is very likely your highest return single attic investment. Let me close on the larger point. The viral videos about white roofs and lime wash and magic coatings are popular because the underlying physics is real and people sense it. Something about a white roof versus a dark roof should matter. It does. That instinct is correct. The physics they are describing, however incompletely or inaccurately, points at a real thing. What is missing is the precision. What is missing is the honest acknowledgement of the conditions under which these things work and the conditions under which they fail. What is missing is the difference between a one-time dramatic demonstration and a durable, reliable system that you can count on year after year. After 40 years of walking under hot roofs in Pennsylvania in July, I have come to believe that the honest version of this knowledge is more valuable than the exciting version, because the honest version actually works when you apply it to your house, in your climate, on your schedule. The exciting version works in the video and sometimes fails in real life, and then you feel like you did something wrong when the problem was the claim. Your roof is cooking your attic. That is real. Radiant barrier foil, correctly installed, with a perforated design and a proper air gap, can cut the heat coming through your ceiling by 20 to 40%. When you replace your roof, a cool rated shingle is worth specifying. The combination of those two things, documented in a federal laboratory study, reduces energy consumption by more than a quarter. That is not a miracle. That is engineering. Drop your state and your current shingle color in the comments below, and tell me whether your attic has a radiant barrier or not. I am trying to build a real picture of what is actually up there in American attics, and I cannot do it without your information. The next video in this series is the cooling audit. The full 20-minute walkthrough of everything we have covered so far, applied to one house, in order. It is how all 4 of these videos come together into a single plan you can actually execute. Subscribe so you catch it. Your roof is real physics. So is the fix.